That light coming through your window right now? It's older than the Great Pyramids of Egypt. That's not a metaphor. That's not poetry. That's just physics. The photon that hit your eye this morning, that exact particle of light, started its journey inside the sun, somewhere between 10,000 and 170,000 years ago. And the story of how it got here, it will make you question everything you think you know about life on this planet. You've been told the sun is 93 million miles away, and that its light takes 8 minutes to reach us. True, but nobody ever tells you what happens before that 8-minute trip. Nobody tells you what that light had to survive to get here. NASA's most advanced spacecraft, the Parker Solar Probe, has gotten closer to the sun than any human-made object in history. And what it found inside, not what anyone expected. Because the sun isn't just a fireball, it's a machine. The most perfectly engineered machine in the known universe. And it was built from the wreckage of dead stars. It starts with a cloud, not a cloud you'd recognize. This is a cloud that stretches across hundreds of light years. A cloud so massive, it makes galaxies feel small. And it's made from the ashes of stars that died long before our sun was born. Hydrogen, helium, heavier elements, scattered across space by ancient explosions, will never live to see. So in a very real sense, the sun is recycled stardust, and so are you. But here's the part nobody talks about. That cloud just sits there, for millions, sometimes billions of years, drifting through the galaxy, waiting. Until one day, a nearby star gets too old. It collapses, it explodes, a supernova, and the shock wave from that explosion, traveling at millions of miles per hour, slams into the cloud. Like pressing a hand into a pillow. That's the trigger. Suddenly parts of that cloud start to collapse under their own gravity. Getting hotter, getting denser, getting smaller. Pockets of gas begin to pull themselves together into tight, dark, spinning balls. One of those balls will become our sun. At this stage, there's no light, no warmth. Just darkness and gravity, doing what gravity does. Pulling, crushing, building pressure for millions of years. And then something strange happened. When that ball of gas got compressed enough. When the temperature inside hit 10 million degrees Celsius, the atoms stopped just bouncing off each other. They fused. 2 hydrogen atoms crashed together so hard that they became one. A heavier atom, a new kind of matter. And in that collision, in that tiny invisible moment, something was lost. Mass. Just a tiny sliver of mass. Almost nothing. Because that missing mass didn't disappear. It converted instantly into energy. E.m.c square. Einstein's most famous equation. The c is the speed of light, 186,000 miles per second, and you square it. Which means even a tiny fleck of mass becomes an almost incomprehensible explosion of energy. And here's where your brain breaks. Every single second. Not every year. Not every hour. Every single second. The sun converts 4.3 million tons of its own mass into pure energy. That's roughly 3 million cars annihilated every second for 4.6 billion years, and the sun has barely lost any mass at all. This is the power of nuclear fusion, the most efficient energy source in the known universe. Now let's go inside. At the very heart of the sun lies the core, about a quarter of the sun's total volume, but responsible for half of its total energy. The temperature here, 15 million degrees Celsius. The pressure, 250 billion times what you feel standing at the bottom of Earth's deepest ocean. Under those conditions, atoms can't stay atoms. The electrons get ripped off. The matter transforms into something called plasma, the fourth state of matter. You know the 3 states: solid, liquid, gas. Plasma is what comes after gas, when you add so much energy that the atoms themselves start to fall apart. The sun is made entirely of this fourth state. This is where it gets scary. The energy created in that core doesn't just shoot straight out into space. Not even close. It has to fight its way out, through layers of plasma denser than iron, through electromagnetic chaos that makes our worst storms look like a light breeze. A photon of light is emitted in the core, and immediately, it bounces into another particle, then another, absorbed, re-emitted, redirected, constantly. Imagine trying to walk through a stadium packed with billions of people, blindfolded, with no doors. That's the journey of a photon inside the sun, a random chaotic 100,000-year stumble toward the surface. And here's the beautiful part of all of this. When that photon started its journey near the core, it wasn't even visible light. It was an X-ray, vibrating at a frequency so high, so violent, it would pass straight through your body. But over tens of thousands of years of bouncing and cooling, it slowly lost energy. It slowed down, it transformed, until finally, after all of that, it broke free from the surface of the sun, and became sunlight. The warm golden ordinary sunlight you've seen every day of your life. And then, only then, did it cross 93 million miles of empty space. in exactly 8 minutes and land on your face.